The action continues from the Nino Bowling Club. Bowls Wellington, the Angus Hotel champion of champions weekend, this Anzac weekend. Game number 2 of 3 as far as our live streams are concerned. Great to have you all on board, and what a day it is. The picture paints quite the picture, doesn't it? It's a glorious day at Nino. The wind has picked up just a fraction in the last hour and a half or so, but plenty of hats on, plenty of sunscreen, plenty of sunglasses. Earlier, we watched the men's triples semi-final. That went right down to the wire. Upper Hutt came roaring back to grab the lead heading into the final end against Kandala, but Kandala steadied themselves, held their nerve, picked up 3 in the final end to progress to their final. Our sights now are set on a very prestigious title. No two ways about that. The women's singles final, which has just started. Between Silverstream's Robin Tuckett and Dale Rayner, representing the Johnsonville Club. Later, from about 2:30 this afternoon, we will have the men's fours semi-final. Stokes Valley up against Wainui Amata. But let's focus in on this match as we are going to crown a champion for this season. My name is Daniel McCarty. It's great to have your company here at the Nino Bowling Club. We'll run through all the scores a little bit later as we progress throughout this game, because across a variety of competitions and categories, we have final results for you as we progress on this finals weekend to handing out all the gongs, all the trophies. As joining me in commentary, and probably have a little smile on her face when she looks up and sees the scoreboard, because Johnsonville's own Dale Rayner is leading by 3 shots after the first end against Robin Tuckett. But we are delighted to welcome in Karen Guilford, who joins us, who has racked up many club titles in her time, and may, in fact, wrap up another one a little bit later, although she probably doesn't want to ponder the triples matchup. The semi-finals coming a little bit later. We'll let her get through the commentary. And thanks so much, Karen, for joining us. What a day. Just what you would have, wished for, dreamed for, prayed for.
The conditions are pretty perfect, actually. The wind's probably going to start to get a little bit tricky, but the sun out, it's nice and warm. Fantastic. Good
crowd in too, taking up lots of vantage points here. So we have this final, Robin Tuckett up against Dale Rayner. They have gone back to back because they've just played the semi-finals a short time ago. I'll give you those details. Robin Tuckett progressed, beating local hope, Nine Eyes and Gately by the narrowest of margins, 21 to 20. Gripping game by all accounts. Over on another green, but now on the finals green, our streaming one, while Dale Rayner did it in far more comfortable fashion, you would say, beating Sarah Tokamo of the Victoria Club by 21 to 11. So they have quickly dusted themselves off and got ready for this finals. Do you like that notion of going semi-final straight to finals?
Yes.
No messing about.
No, that's correct. It's quite good if you're getting a roll on and just to go in and just play back-to-back.
All right, so singles. Slightly different to the form. If you tuned in earlier and watched the triples, of course, our bowlers are rolling out 2 bowls per end across 3, and that was over 18 ends. But what more pressure cooker, you'd say, with the singles? Well, the spotlight's on you, Karen, and you alone when you're out there competing, but of course, maybe not as much runway, first to 21. You've
really got your own, just yourself to have a look at, and keep the focus going. You're not having to worry about your team if you're skipping, keeping them encouraged and everything like that. It's really just your own mental that you've got to work through.
So quieting your inner monologue.
That's right.
Yeah. So get out of my head.
Yeah.
And I must admit, it's a little bit easier for the commentators to follow with the colour of the bowls.
Yes. And of course you've got 4 bowls, which is a very added bonus sometimes.
So nice little allotment here.
Yeah. Looks like Robin's holding 2. This could be a pretty tight match. Both played very, very well in the semi. A lot of very close bowls, so be a good tussle, hopefully.
Yep, as the As my former colleague Malcolm Jordan used to call on Radio Sport, may it rest in peace, the lollipops showing. So to confirm 2. So, high scoring through the first 2 ends. First it was 3. And I think I've got a live scoring system here, so we can confirm that, which would be absolutely magnificent. Now that all eyes are on the finals of the women's singles. Great stuff. And these are 2 players, of course, Karen, you know very, very well. And unashamedly biased towards the Johnsonville player.
Oh.
You know, it's in the nature of anyone from Johnsonville as propaganda.
Definitely is, yes. Yeah. It's quite... Dale joined the club, came from Tawa Bowling Club.
Saw the light.
Yeah, saw the light and came to Johnsonville. And she's quite a important person around the club. She does a lot of work with our corporate hires. She handles all those and does all the organising, which is really, really good. She's also quite handy to have on the green. You know, if you play, I've played a lot with her. So, yeah.
She's into her action now.
It's probably just a little bit quick, but she might sit on that. Yeah.
Push of her opponent's bowl. See her. She's got the smiling Tuckett.
Yeah, Dale's been known to just stand there smiling too. So she, yeah, Robin's a lovely, lovely lady. She played a lot of junior representative bowls with her, and she's very quiet and unassuming. So, yeah, nice, lovely.
But these are 2 competitors who know how to win these games.
Definitely, you know. Definitely, yes.
Robin, like, number of 3 in fact. Wellington centre titles. Wellington rep, of course. Won New Zealand inter-centre title, and Dale's got quite the resume.
Yes.
Which we'll break down, but you know, paint the picture here. This is
so Dale's just a bit narrow with that one. I could see she's probably just trying to sit on Robin's bowl. So Dale's playing the opposite hand to Robin as well, which can be an advantage or a disadvantage depending on how you're feeling the green. You can have a habit of dropping into someone's line as well, which can be a bit annoying if you're on the receiving end of it.
So your preferred hand might even change to where you're playing?
Definitely, yeah.
So it's not like I like playing that way every single way.
Yeah, no. So
you know, damn you, I'm just going to carry on doing that.
That's right. You know, you're sort of coached a wee bit to play up one side and back down the same side. It gives some consistency with your line. The speed of the green might be different on one side to the other side. But sometimes in singles, round the clock can be better if you're sort of feeling the touch on your... Sounds like someone in the men's has just played a good shot.
Yeah, for the audience watching, there are other games going on. There's plenty of activity, so you're not seeing things, hearing things. Pause, so the final...
Yeah. Well, looks like a reasonable one from Robin as well.
It is. It's a good assortment.
Just pulling up a bit short.
I think she's got at least one.
I would say it's just one. Still plenty of room though, so see what Dale does with this one.
It's a calm walk as she follows him behind.
Yes.
Now looking to sweep to the right.
Just a bit heaving a hunk. You can hear that wind. So, and I think Dale's playing the hand with the wind's against it, so she's sort of fighting the wind to come back to the head.
So we look to gentleman to the right. Just the one. So seesawing starts with Tuckett picking up 3 in the first.
2 in the first.
Two in the first.
Yep. So it's pretty early. So, you know, someone might get out to a little bit of a lead and someone might claw their way back. And as you saw it in the triples, you know, that men's triples looked a little bit over.
It looked like it was going to be a bath.
That's right.
It's like, oh no, we're going to have to sell a turkey here.
Yeah.
But no, it was an incredible sort of comeback.
Yeah.
But
so, you know, great game. That singles, because you're not time limited by the ends, It's the first to 21 shots, so you're sort of never going, oh, I'm not going to do this, not going to do this.
Yeah.
It's a game that you just never give up. There's probably many people out there that have been either on the receiving end or have done it themselves, where they've been 20 points to 1 up in a singles game and lost 21-20. It's not very nice being on the receiving end of it.
It's the one you pack up your bag, just go straight home, don't worry about a post-match.
You might drop your bowls off in the river on the way, but it's
never to be polished again.
That's right. Yeah. So it's singles is quite tough in that respect.
So Dale Rayner, John Zewell, Robin Tuckett, the final of the Angus Hotel Champion of Champions singles. And all square as we are in the fourth end. I think nature just left a deposit, shall we say, on the right arm of Robin Tuckett, just what she would have wanted.
Yeah, that's meant to be lucky, isn't it?
I've never understood that.
No, neither have I.
I've never understood that, So again, onto its side. Good opening from Tuckett.
Yeah, that was just on the wide side, but copped a little bit of wind.
I guess you'd like to say most people competing at the Bowls Wellington Champion of Champions weekend are good in the wind.
Yes. Wellington's is quite renowned for it. A lot of the bowling clubs are quite exposed, and there's a lot of swirly wind, which can be very hard to play. It's not consistent. You get the big gusts, bouncing off the clubhouse, bouncing off a fence, and it can be quite challenging, and it can also be a very good leveller. So people can either play well in it or not. So, but yeah, definitely used to it.
That's where you're hoping the Wellington breath will hold its breath for 15, 16 seconds.
That's right. Yeah. So it tends to get windier as the afternoon gets on. So I'm not sure I'm looking forward to my game if the wind gets up. The greens here are, the speed of them is probably just a little bit quick for a very windy conditions.
Oh, they were emerald green when we started, bit of a dew on, and you can see that moisture has gone within an hour, and it's a completely different complexion to the surface. These competitors out there now,
and as the rinks get played on, they get a bit quicker. People walking up and down.
And the wind here, is it a fairly exposed venue?
Yes. It's certainly not as bad as the old 9i club rooms. Their greens there were very exposed, and there was always a lot of wind there. To be fair, I haven't actually played a lot outside at 9i. I've played a bit in the indoor, so I haven't, got the full experience of all conditions out here.
It's a pretty spectacular sort of venue.
Yeah,
caters for everything.
It is. It's certainly something that Wellington needed. And they're doing a good job keeping it running, keeping the stadium full, winter tournaments and hosting things, and so it's quite nice to have a club with 3 greens, and then having the indoor as a backup. So they're sort of in short supply. It means you can host a big tournament like this.
Well, we've got a very even opening to this singles final. 3 apiece. We're into end 4 as we can.
Yeah, not sure who's holding there.
Yeah, looks tight. This one's just going to go under, slide on through, maybe nudge and will. Still pretty tight between, what should we call that, lime green? Good lime green?
It is.
Strength in numbers.
Yeah, the lime fizz.
Lime fizz?
Yes.
Lime fizz.
Yeah. So it looks like Dale's holding one. Anton indicated. Dale asked the position on the head. This one just might hang out a little bit.
By design?
No, possibly not. I think she was probably looking to come under that, but it's hard to say. She's just a little bit heavy.
Excuse my ignorance. I still thought Robin had one to go. My apologies.
Yeah, no.
Clearly she was looking to build upon that. So she'll edge in front with 1 in number 4, leading by 4-3. If we can zip across and just update you on what else has happened earlier today before we really do focus on the nuts and bolts of this women's final. Let's look at some of the other competitions underway and now officially in the book as far as the Angus Hotel Champion of Champions. The junior, which is year 1 to 5, so not by age, it's experience of the game. If you've played the game between 1 and 5 years, you're eligible for the junior competition. The women's semi-finals have been played. Representing Miramar was Robin Lindsay up against Cherie Bryan from the Stokes Valley Club, and Stokes Valley has seen their player Cherie Bryan through to the final, winning by 21-13. And a close contest in the second of the semi-finals in the junior women's. It was Silverstream's Sharon Ritchie beating Johnsonville's Gil Oliver by 21-17. So Silverstream and Stokes Valley will meet in the final of the junior women's singles. Sharon Ritchie to take on Cherie Bryan. Nice start here from both
well, she was a little bit narrow and dragged the jack a wee bit, but it puts Robin under a bit of pressure. She'll need to alter her line a wee bit if she's draw to an off-centre jack.
Love watching the expressions.
Yeah.
Quite
a few people have a lot of quirks, you know, they might bob their head or, you know, the cloth goes around and everything like that.
And a few towels when it's
when
it doesn't feel good out of the hand.
Yeah, yeah. I have been known to throw my towel in the air.
Oh, really?
Yes.
Are you one of the more emotional ones?
Can be, yes.
Well, that's to be encouraged. You know, we suppress our emotions too much.
That's right. Oh, she's changed her hand.
Yeah, she is.
Not looking too bad.
She's going to try out. Nudge.
Just unlucky.
Yeah, very unlucky. You know, game of millimetres, really. The chalk goes on, having touched the jack.
Yeah. Well, that wonder's getting up a little bit. Oh,
yeah, body like no, you could tell it was the puff of the cheeks first and then sort of the drop of the shoulders and sponge that meant from the memory book. Banks, thank you very much.
Yeah, so that definitely looks like the winds. It didn't even fight a curve, just went straight down that side. So a little bit gusty maybe. Nice in here though.
Oh, it's delicious. Absolutely. We've been very well treated. Incredibly well organised event, I can tell you that for sure.
Yeah, no, I think Nigel's done a very good job, probably with the help of Ross Gillett, who will be in the men's triples final. He's from Johnsonville, just joined from Tawa. So they come from Tawa to Johnsonville. So, yeah, so it's very, very well organised.
You migrate south for winter, don't you? Something like that.
Well, Tawa's probably got, even though it's only sort of 5 minutes up the road, it's probably got a better climate than Johnsonville.
Oh, another microclimate, right.
Yeah.
There's not enough people in this part of the world talking about microclimates. Yeah. We get to the action. This one's just going to slide out the back.
Yeah, it's probably a good home.
Pretty close between those two bowls, centre of your screen. Being studied closely by our official, whose name escapes me as I look to my commentator. That's Ian. Anton.
Yeah.
Sorry, Anton. Another gust sort of almost kicking that bowl
like
on the rear end.
Yeah, maybe behind it as well, so that's why they look a little bit heavy. Though Robin would have been trying, if Dale's holding, she would have been trying to sit Dale's bowl through or get under it to get the jack. So you don't want to be short when you're playing a shot like that.
No. Another one will be added at the completion of number 5. It is Johnsonville's Rayner who has the lead 5-3, and you talk about winning becomes a habit.
Yes.
Knowing how to win these games, win these titles. I could spend the next 20 minutes talking about Dale's past achievements. It goes 2 pages. Wow.
So a lot of those club ones, though, she got with me. So
You carried her?
Yeah, oh, no, I can't say that. But no,
A dynamic duo.
that's right,
Yeah.
yeah. So I lead for her in a pair. Played a lot of rep bowls in that situation as well. But as you can see, there's a lot of pairs titles that we have. She's got a habit of beating me in the singles now, though. So
Yeah, that's a worrying trend. That's at least 3 years.
yeah,
Yeah.
She was a little bit gutted last year that because of COVID, the champs didn't go ahead. So she was not very happy about that.
So there is a nice friendly rivalry
Oh,
going
there
on. Not only
definitely is.
between yourself, but out there. Like
Yeah.
it seems very nicely. Everyone treats each other well, but quite competitive beasts at the end of the day.
Oh, definitely, yeah. You know, as they say, there's no friends on the green, you know, but definitely off the green. But most people are pretty easygoing, and, you know, you can have a laugh, especially in singles, you know, have a wee natter and whatnot. Some people are very quiet. I've got a bad habit of muttering to myself, you know. This looks a bit of bowl, Dale.
Yeah, that's nice. The range, well and truly there. That's a pretty
great
sight for the fans, and more importantly for Dale Rayner too.
Yeah. So no, so when she plays a shot like that with me, I've got the same. I just go shot Rayner, just nice and cash, keep it there. Don't.
And what, she just nods.
Yeah, pretty much. Yeah.
You know it.
Yeah.
Like, you know it. So Robin Tuckett, can she reply? Not with this one. Looks like it's got a
Bit of
too much
pace on it.
zip.
Yeah.
Might just drop into the ditch too as
Yeah.
Anton collects.
Very easy to do on these greens. Just a little bit more. No. This one's not badly pointed. Oh,
It's sliding back in
very
from left to
another
right.
very good bowl.
It is delicious. That is consecutive bowls right on the money.
Yeah. So Robin will probably be looking to sit on one of those bowls and or move the jack, get a bit of movement out there. Pretty hard to dead draw. She's having a wee
Oh,
run.
yeah, there's a little bit of there's a bit of chili on this one.
And she doesn't like it.
Oh
It's a
no,
bit wide.
that's
Yeah.
well wide. So this could be a big end for Marla from Johnsonville. Continuing this line.
It's not badly pointed. Another very good long bowl.
Wow, she's got the magnets out.
Yeah, great bowls.
Fantastic stuff.
Bit of a target now. So let's see if Robin can correct. I'm pretty sure she won't be short.
Yeah, lining across. Going to bring the heat again. Stoops down.
Just watching it.
She likes this one
She's not
better.
far
It's
away.
turning. Oh,
Great bowl.
brilliant work.
Great bowl.
That is quality, as you would expect in a final. Turning 3.
3 to 3, 6-shot swing. We call that. So 3 down to 3 up.
That's where you're throwing a towel now, aren't you?
Oh, well,
If you're on the wrong side of that.
we do have a saying, it's a bit of an undie ripper. So not so much at this stage of the game, but towards
Yeah.
the end of the game can be a bit of a killer in your confidence. But, you know, there's nothing you can do about it. You don't have last bowl. They played the shot, and they played a brilliant one.
Just one.
Oh, just the one.
Just the one.
Oh, it certainly looked like 3 from in here.
That's the, I guess, the downside being commentating off a screen.
Yeah.
So we can make sure we're focused on what people watching. It's sort of hard to get your depth perception. Don't worry, I've made about 15 errors in calling shots to the wrong team, and thank God I had Dave Hewitt and Mike alongside me in the last one. Or else it would have been rather embarrassing and confusing.
Yes.
We're going to see a slight change here as Robin's for
Slightly.
shorter option.
Yeah.
So the mat back, but
So they're possibly playing the same length that they've been playing when Dale's had the mat, but just in a different position on the rink. That can be quite a good tactic because a lot of people think that it's a shorter end, but it's not actually. It's actually the same length that you've been playing, but just in a different position. So
that's one nice line. That's a good start.
handy.
Here or thereabouts.
Dale changed her hand. Back to the swinging hand. She's probably a bit sick of the wind gusts holding her bowl out.
Probably tuck under.
Yeah.
Slide out wide. Thought there might have been a chance of just getting the right side of the opponent's bowl and progressing it towards the ultimate target.
Yes.
Won't pull up enough. So Tuckett remains up by 1. Dale Rayner, the 2013 National Interclub champ, part of that group. New Zealand Peers champ. I think has been in 4 other national finals. She literally has been on the biggest stage, including representing New Zealand at 2010 Commonwealth Games, Trans-Tasman Games, and the same year in the Asia Pacifics in Kuala Lumpur. Vastly experienced, well travelled.
She's it's been quite like. She's also a indoor bowler and represents New Zealand at indoor bowls. So she's, as I say, quite handy to have around on the green.
Good to have you at your club.
Definitely, yes. Robin's no mug either. It said I played a lot of representative bowls with her as a junior, and the year that she won the inter-centre, that was when she promoted to the open side, and the Wellington won the inter-centre there. So that was a good title for her.
Tight in the early stages. First to 21. Johnsonville on top. 5-4. Silverstream's Robin Tuckett tucks down as she delivers, living up to her name. She's got this one awry though. Very strong and wide. It will go out a shot, and that's never a good sign. Rayner walking straight down the middle, tracking the lime fizz.
Just might pull up a little bit short. Good track, but a little bit short.
So look, is it 2?
Looks
At least 2.
Looks like 2 to Robin. Anton's got his lollipops out.
So 2 to Robin Tuckett of Silverstream. We'll see her go back in front. And this is what you want in a final, especially if you are a neutral. The lead chopping and changing. Both players sort of feeling good about that. They're on the board. There's nothing worse than hitting N7 or 8 and you've got a donut.
That's right.
And after picking up 2, the slightly shorter end, we're going to see a repeat of that. It's a long, long way away on that screen, but for those watching at home, metres?
So it's probably
from the ditch?
From the ditch. So it's 2 metres to the end of that white chalk line that you can see where her mat is on that side. So there'll be a chalk line there. That's probably maybe 7 metres up. Not that I'm that good a judge of distance, but yeah, it looks almost minimum length.
Well, relatively speaking,
yeah.
You are, relative to everyone else in this
yeah.
room.
Yeah. So
maybe a little bit wide here, the first effort. See if it can come back in. No, it will be Tuckett who's nestled it in far closer. The opening of end 8 of the women's singles final. Rear side of Robin not smiling as she's very interested in this.
hand too. Just might be a little bit. Give some room for Dale to come in.
It's away.
This might be a little on the tight side.
Yeah, it's going to hit out to the left. Well away from where you should like it to be. Tuckett with 2, looking for 3.
Not far away with this one. Pulling up a little bit. Whether that's the wind or whether they're just not adjusting. Hard to tell when you're inside.
All concentration.
She's,
just sneaking through.
Yeah, this is the thing about 4s. So she's got one more bowl. Statistically, that one bowl can be the killer. That's because that's all you need is one bowl.
Indeed.
Score.
Tuckett knows that, and she's just thinking
Yeah,
maybe something out the back.
Yeah, she's put a little bit on that, looking to cover those bowls for drag. Does it nicely.
Does indeed.
Down under a bit of pressure here.
Yeah, so Robin Tuckett, very good in this number 8. Moving to the other side. It's Johnsonville's Dale Rayner. Too wide. And sliding out the back.
Just a bit quick.
Shoulders sort of drop as she trudges forward and down, knowing that it's a very good end for her opponent. We look to Anton, who will soon pull out the paddles. So at least 2.
Get the measure out there.
When you don't want to be a poorly prepared individual.
No.
Go into your pocket and
Yes.
dear, I left it on the bench.
That's right. Yeah. And being a woman, we have a bad habit of forgetting to take them back out of our pockets and putting them in the bowls bag, and so they end up in your handbag. and then you go out and play again, and you're like, oh, where's my measure? I've lost my measure. And sure enough, it's at the bottom of the TARDIS. So
3. So 3 is officially signalled. It's a good effort there for Robin Tuckett, nudging the score out to 9-5. And you would expect her to continue with this sort of shorter approach the way the last couple of years.
So if she's scoring on that length, then she'll want to try and keep that length. Sort of get a bit of momentum going, disrupt the opposition, a little bit of tactics.
It's a bit of both. Obviously, you've got to feel comfortable in your own ability and you're all thereabouts. Yeah. But if you're recognising, my opponent's really struggling with that.
That's right, yeah. And it's about lifting yourself to be able to play that. So you can see now, looking at the white line, how short that is. And they're actually calling to see whether that's actually legal. So Matt to Jack has to be 23 metres. So that's up. Just be very short end. Sometimes we call it tiddlywinks when it's that short on a quick green. So first bowl's crucial. You want that to be effective. It's a good line. Looks pretty handy.
It does indeed.
Just pulled up a bit.
Foot short, 2 feet from being very good to open. something. Sure, something caught Dale's eye there.
So she looks at the peg line at the edge of the rinks.
And someone's
standing in front of it. Yeah. So she just asked Anton just to move in a little bit, so he's not in her eye while she plays her bowl. You know.
Is that the level of anger that we're going to see from?
Yeah.
That's about as much as you're going to get.
Yeah. No, she's pretty good. She
so
smiles.
Smiles. Basically, the middle finger in a lot of ways.
Yeah, sometimes.
Yeah.
That Mrs. Brown, that's nice, you know. So yeah, no, she's pretty easygoing. She can't get it worked up with herself, but then I think everyone can. As I said, at singles, you've only got yourself out there, so you know, there's nothing anyone else can do about it. You've just got to, you know, knuckle in and do it. But she won't be phased. You know, the score's still pretty early.
It is. 9, down by 4, but she's going to slide past. Good line.
Yeah, good track. Consistent.
Tuckett 2 being consistent, just really good lines, but just that fraction short.
Yeah.
See if she can make that adjustment. Sort of a worried step forward off the mat.
Yeah.
It's like
smart. I think she knew she'd put a little bit more on that, so a bit of over adjusting. And it's got that fourth bowl though, so
back to Dale Rayner from Johnsonville.
just copying a bit of wind there. Yep. Just hung out a wee bit.
So maybe fourth time's a charm. Not sure if that's a thing, but I'm going with it. We'll continue from this side, talking to the bowl, urging it forward. She will slide it in between or nudge her own closer. The latter it is. She'll have at least one. Final act of this end to be delivered by Dale Rayner.
Not badly pointed. It's got a bit of steam to get past that. I'm just going to pull up.
Yeah, it runs out of coal.
Yeah.
That steam. Not there to push it past the shot, so they got one. Debate over 2, but it's conceded. So it is Robin Tuckett, who through 9 now has what type of advantage would you describe that? Handy?
Handy, yeah. It's still, as I said, a singles...
Manageable.
Yeah, singles, you just want to keep the momentum going. Singles, because you don't run out of ends, so you can just keep playing until someone gets to 21. So it's not out of reach for the opposition if they are down a wee bit. So it's, yeah, so it could still go if Robin can keep up the momentum though, unless Dale, you know, could score again. Dale will change something, I would assume, like the length of the jack and whatnot, just try to throw Robin off her rhythm. But in order to do that, you have to get at least one to come through.
So it was Rayner started very well, picking up 3 in the first end. It's been the consistency of Robin Tuckett just chipping away. Seen her take this 11-5 lead. Just left that one a little bit to the left as she looks at it. To our right, of course. But she certainly does have the range as far as, you know, distance control with these shorter ends.
Yes.
Pointing nicely.
Front tail.
That will get inside easily and just park the car right next
Right. Yep.
to home.
And it's forcing Robin on a hand change. Onto that narrow hand, which looks a little bit inconsistent with the wind, but this one looks like it's coming in nicely.
Yeah, Needs to turn a little bit harder.
Anton's looking, so
Very.
no, not quite. Very handy spot though. It's a slightly different track from Dale. Just want to be under that or around it. Just sneak around. Another handy one.
It's out of the hand of Silverstream's Robin Tuckett. Different line for her too. Anton's not paying attention. Might do. it looked like he was watching the other game. So don't get hit. Yeah. But he's in control, of course. After that delicious, well, it's Dale Rayner. There's a good opportunity to win this end.
She's changed her hand too. She'll be looking to try and get round behind. So if Robin has a look for that bowl in front of the jack, and the jack's going to head backwards, so Dale will be wanting to be behind. Not quite there, but another shot anyway.
So, Robin Tuckett with the skewered view of Jack from the mat has come down just to have a closer inspection. Go on, forecast. What's she thinking?
I'm thinking she'll be playing that narrow side, so to the left hand of the screen there, looking to either sit on Dale's bowl or drag the jack back to her back bowl that she played with her second shot, and she won't want to be short. So we'll see how she manages it.
To play with a bit more pace.
Yeah, not too heavy. So
not as wide.
Just back to that back bowl, so just a yard through, mat through. I mean, it looks like she's 3 down, but it's hard to tell in here. So, I mean, she could just be trying for a dead draw. She's certainly on track for...
Yeah, it's looking good.
There's
the late turn, it's going to hang.
Ooh, probably a little bit heavier than I would have played it, but you don't want to be falling short, and be hesitant about it. You've got to be positive. And
it's a final. You're going to be excitable from time to time.
That's right. Yeah, definitely. Yeah, that's a word for it.
Yeah.
The one thing I find, so you're sort of in the zone and you're getting there, and they come away just too smooth, and you're like, ooh, that's smooth. Yeah.
It's a good allotment of 4. A brilliant allotment of 4.
Very good.
4 blue paddles raised. And, well, as Karen Guilford alongside me was pointing out, it's still early. Plenty of time. And, well, the deficit is trimmed, or slashed by 4. And she will control this end. I wonder if we'll see a bit of length almost immediately.
Yes, that certainly looks a lot longer than they had been playing. It looks like it's into the wind, so it'll be interesting to see how the players adjust.
Looks like a good start. Finished just under, but certainly in a good spot.
Yeah, it's handy.
So the lead down to 2. Will Tuckett respond? Well,
that's handy too, over the head. Gives you options. It's also a little bit easier to pull back on your weight rather than add weight.
You'd prefer to be sitting out the back.
Yeah, definitely. The jack, it's hardly ever that the jack goes back up the green, so it's always going backwards. But like this if Dale picks it up. Ooh.
Close, but she'll nestle in front of her opponent's bowling.
Yeah.
Might be 2 to the good very early in this, the 11th end of the women's singles final. Champion of Champions finals weekend. The Nino Bowling Club. It's going to slide under.
There's a little bit of over adjustment, but it's, she's got the experience to pull that back, and looks pretty handy too from Dale. A little bit quick.
It's flirting with again, nudging.
Yeah, so you just see they're just
Tuckett
chopping the green a wee bit on that hand, it looks like. It could be the wind, but they're all finishing on the other side of the centre line. Robin's changed her hand now, so obviously she's probably looking to sit her bowl up and over a couple of times, or sit on the shot bowl there of Dale's out to the right, and just a little bit wide. Nice weight for it.
Rayner won't make a similar adjustment. She'll carry on with her preferred mode in this end. Looks a little bit wider.
Looks like a better track.
Does.
It's pretty handy.
That's very handy.
Yeah, that's a great shot, Rayner.
You know it's good when the slow clap from the fans come out a few seconds before it arrives at its final destination. So, she takes a deep breath and gives another smile and watches Robin Tuckett with her response.
Yeah.
Narrower.
Yeah, looks a little bit on the tight side.
Does.
Sit inside Dale's there, cut it down. Just wrong side of it.
Wrong side, so 1, 2, 3 possibly.
Possibly, may only be 2.
I'm pretty confident there's 1.
Yeah, yes. Yeah.
2.
Definitely 2. And have a look at the other one. Dale quite likes it. She's not conceding and going, oh, it's just the 2, so it's 3.
So,
Good.
huge swing in the last 2 ends. 4 and then a 3 for Johnsonville's Dale Rayner. And, what symmetry. Oh, they've added one more. I like the thought of after 11 ends, it's 11 to 11. Yeah. But it's, in fact, Johnsonville 12, Silverstream 11. 1 in it, rather. Huge thanks to all of our sponsors. Help get this weekend off and running. I'm sure they've organised the weather too. All of our partners, huge thanks for your support and ongoing support. We certainly do hope. The 12th end starts with Dale Rayner. Good control as far as distance. Again, sort of in that vicinity where you're happy enough.
Yeah. Yeah, so anything sort of within a mat is pretty handy. Mat being about...
A mat size?
Yeah.
a bath mat?
Yeah, a bath mat. Maybe a little bit smaller than a bath mat.
Although at your level, you want a handkerchief, don't you?
It's pretty hard to get
like
them
this.
on it all the time.
There you go.
So
that's it.
Very handy. But we do a lot of training and practicing and stuff like that. You're looking to be within that mat distance behind the jack and half a mat in front of the jack. You don't really want to be too short because the only option then is either around, under or through, and playing through a short bowl can be dangerous because you can knock it up through the head too heavy, or you just get locked on it if you haven't got the weight, and so more bowls are short, and we call it building the Great Wall of China. So so having that mat through consistently, it's the way the Aussies play the game like that. I'm quite a big fan of it. I am.
Look at this.
Another very good bowl.
Excellent stuff.
Yeah.
And acknowledged by the fans too.
Yeah. So I am a draw bowler, so I play a lot of singles and lead in a pair. And so I do have a habit of that falling short because I'm drawing to the jack all the time. And
so you're wanting to be aggressive. It's an aggressive way.
Yeah. So it's more about giving yourself a chance, instead of being hesitant about drawing. So being over.
So you like to have the mat.
Yeah.
You don't give away the mat.
No, well, actually, to be fair, I'm not very good at throwing the jack either. So you could ask Dad about that if anyone talks to her after this game. So it's I've sort of learnt to bowl to any length. So I tend to, in my training, I tend to just put the jack anywhere instead of bowling the jack myself and drawing to it, just as a practice to be able to pick a length based on just looking at it from the mat.
Down 3, big bowl here for Dale Rayner after 2 superb ends. This one's striking nice. It's just going to find that gap. Of course it was.
Yeah.
So, well, Robin Tuckett has a chance to get 4 straight back.
Yes.
After 4 and 3 conceded in the last 2 ends. Laughing to herself as Dale Rayner after finding the narrowest of corridors.
Yeah, she just said it's a typical Rayner shot. It's not always, because we actually...
Well, this one might have tucked in just behind. We might have 1, 2, 3, 4. Was it?
Looks like it to me. Anton's got his lollipops out.
Well, there wasn't much doubt in his mind. Just the 3.
Oh, just 3.
So that was parked to the right.
Yeah. It's enough to hold it out, so...
It's still good end for Silver Stream's Robin Tuckett.
She'll be happy to get the mat back and be picky. She'll try that shorter length again since it worked for her so well.
So 14-12. Is this where the tension in the arms starts to become quite noticeable?
Yeah, certainly. It's sort of getting to that point where, dropping another number can be a bit more dangerous, if you know what I mean.
Indeed.
So, you want to sort of stay within 2 of someone. The worst is when they get to 17, you know that they can actually go out if you drop a 4.
Right.
So, yeah.
Well, we'll get you to stay to the end of this end. This seems a very unnatural sentence, that one. The end of this end.
Yes.
And going back to her preferred modus operandi, it does seem Robin Tuckett shorter.
Yeah.
14-12, she does lead. Try let you go, Karen. I know you're working administrator, vice president, is it?
Vice president of Johnsonville, yes.
Everyone makes you make them call you El Presidente, something like that?
No. No. I've tried to avoid becoming president, working full time, and in a lot of bowls, playing competitive bowls. That's a very good bowl, Rayner. And playing competitive bowls and working full time, it's very hard to put a lot into the club. So I feel that I couldn't give it my all as president. We've got a very good president at the moment in Franklin. We do a lot together as a team.
Right.
And the executive, Dale's on the executive as well.
And you'll celebrate as a team if
definitely, yeah.
Dale gets up?
Oh, definitely. Yeah. So
in true Johnsonville fashion.
Yeah. No, we've been known to have a few celebrations.
Well, first effort of this end, right on the money, touching. Chook went on. Well, wayward. Robin Tuckett has been with her first 2. Can double up.
She's bad.
A little bit short. Good line though.
Yeah.
Once more. Whether or not that's tucked in for a second shot, well, I'm not going to even guess.
No, it's hard to tell. Even sometimes being out there, it's hard to tell unless you're right over the head looking at it. This is a little bit better from Robin. Gets in front of that.
A bit of control. So we can safely say it's only 1 now. studying her work as she's pushed this one further to the right.
Bit of breeze or something on the green that's just got her body language going.
Yeah,
So-
that was an emotional
Yes.
Dale Rayner.
Yes.
Slight spelling of ear. Tuckett. Sort of a quizzical look at her own
Yeah.
effort.
So,
Maybe
I'm
worried
she's
at the
happy with that.
pace.
She might. Still on that, so it's still the one, just the one.
Can it be 2 to level up the final? Following her bowl all the way down, all the parks up. Oh yes, she'll be happy.
Yep.
Just ended up in front. And 2 confirmed. So there we have it, 13 ends of the final in the book, and it's all level. 14 apiece. Huge thanks to Karen for joining us. Good luck for your semi-final this afternoon.
Thank
Might
you.
be see you tomorrow in the
Yeah.
final.
We could be talking about me when I'm on the green.
Oh, in glowing terms, I will.
I'm sure.
Thanks so much. We'll get you to take those headphones off and go and worry about, well, supporting clubmate in a final, also competing in her own semi-final in the triples. Huge thanks to all of our commentators giving up their time. Dave Hewitt earlier, Mike Collins, selector and best friend of all the bowlers, he said. He's never had so many friends since he took over as a selector, unsurprising. And to Karen Guilford for joining us. But this is brilliantly poised as we are now into the 14th end. The search for 21, first to 21. And a good start too by Johnsonville's Dale Rayner to start this, the 14th end. A pretty tidy response though, it has to be said, from Robin Tuckett. So that is too close to call. I'm delighted to welcome alongside me Wendy Mackey. Again, basking in the glory out here. It's magnificent, isn't it?
A typical nine-eye day.
I knew that was a half volley, wasn't it? It's like whack that away, being a proud local.
It is lovely. Very nice. The greens look lovely too.
It's just a great setup across
So
this.
no excuses today.
No. But good to see that some of the 9-eye players using home track advantage.
Yes, yes.
It is a real thing.
Yeah. No, everyone's playing with just lovely bowls.
This is a gripping encounter we've got.
It certainly is.
Another one pointing.
Probably just wants to give herself a little bit of a tip in. Favour the wing bowl, perhaps.
I know you've had a long association with the sport, but always here? Has this always been home?
No, I've been at 9-eye now for about 7 years and I've thoroughly enjoyed it. Loving it. I've played at Lower Hutt, but that no longer is. So, you know, it's a great club.
Yeah, there's been a few moving pieces
Yeah,
as
yeah,
clubs
yeah.
have to, move with the times. I know
Yeah.
that sort of people would struggle to let go of that history,
We
but
do.
when you get a facility here, you know, as a
What's not
as a
like?
player.
It's wonderful. Actually, not just for 9-eye.
Mm.
It's wonderful for Bowls Wellington. You know, they needed an indoor.
So we're just outside what you're seeing on the screen. You can imagine us sitting right in behind this end. Just back and to the left. Huge indoor facility.
It's a 40 by 40 facility with 9 rinks. It's just amazing.
So making a late turn in.
It's hard to say how forward that black one is.
At 12 o'clock position.
Mm.
Oh.
coming down for a look just to check.
Big gust of wind picked up in our effects, Mike.
Yes.
The only complaint we could offer.
Yes, it's not.
It was dormant this morning. It was very nice.
Perfect, yes, but it's just getting up now, isn't it? Yeah.
Going on in the ring next to us on the right hand side, we've got the men's finals on at the same time.
Robbie Bird playing Aaron Love. I don't know what the score is there. Close, I'm sure.
Yeah, I think it's only a couple of shots in it. 18-16 was the last score I saw.
I think Robin's going to come in just a little bit wide.
Indeed she will. And a little bit strong too. So we look to Anton, who's studying.
He is. Not sure. Could be two, actually.
We just wait for the finalists to both peruse and have a look. So pick up one.
Yeah.
And two.
Oh, they're even looking.
Ooh,
That
looking
must
at
be
a third.
Yeah, it's further away than we think.
Looks can be very deceiving, I would say. So just two.
Yeah.
So two more to the Johnsonville total, Dale Rayner's total, and she is back in front, 16-14.
Yes. She's had a stellar season, you know, really. National level as well as into centre.
And been doing it for a long time too,
She has
at that
indeed.
very top
She has.
top echelon.
But Robin's been a standout player for many years as well. She plays in the Masters reps now.
Yeah, she's centre titles to her name too, so she knows what these
She does.
big games are all about. And I must admit, her expression has not changed one bit. Just a
No.
little smile, but the competitive juices are
Yeah.
bubbling away underneath. There's
She always has pretty calm
Yeah.
demeanour. Well, they all do, really.
a little bit out the back. Fine, fairly good. Can Robin Tuckett get a nice and tight to start and end?
I think the wind might even be taking them out wider now and have to think about it a bit more. She's coming quite.
Good distance.
The greens are lovely. So
What, running 16,
Well,
15?
It would be, we're at 16, I would think. Maybe 17. You know, usually they're pretty quick.
Gonna get up.
So that wind is coming in.
It was a good line though, wasn't it?
It was. And when the wind comes in, obviously the green has to get even bigger. Robin changed hands, of course. She's all down to her weight, actually. Yeah, she's played this one pretty well. I'm not sure. It's hard to tell, isn't it? I'd say that's the shot.
Yeah, don't mind it there for sure. Rayner having edged back in front, picking up 2 shots in the last end.
Yes, she did. She's coming in well here. Just going to, well, could be.
Yeah, it's going to nestle. Meaning that's a coin flip between those two.
It certainly is. Robin's offering a bowl to somebody else. Will you play it?
Not sure if that's allowed.
No, she's been playing lovely bowls.
This one she's just left out to the right as we look at it.
I think the wind's having a wee bit of effect now as opposed to earlier when there was none. think about it.
Yeah, I think that's reflected in just
Yeah.
the scope.
Yep.
The scope and range. So I'm a little bit narrow.
And
Might
also
trickle within
yeah,
distance, although picking up
they might be
perception
playing.
of those bowls in front of the
Yeah.
kiddies can be difficult.
They might be playing into a forward and back, and so the weight will be different each end.
I must admit, I haven't been out there, so for those looking at the screen, is it coming across the green? Is it straight up
Well,
and
it's just
down,
trying
or is
to-
it here? Does it?
Well, judging by everybody's here, it looks like it's coming this way. So you're playing into the wind and back to the wind.
Right. So they're playing
Yeah.
into it this
Yeah.
one, and how's that to end any doubts about who had shot?
Perfect bowl.
Perfect bowl to finish.
And yeah, they're going to look at the others as well. So Dale's front bowls must be further away than we
that's two.
think.
That's 2. Looking at 3.
It's deceiving, isn't it?
But we are looking at either a tied final at 16 all, or another lead change.
Exactly. It's still a long way to go, you know. And sometimes in singles you get to 20, you can sit on 20 for end after end.
Is that last one very hard to
Can be
come by?
difficult.
Yeah. So just 2.
It's such a psychological game, you know. It gets into your mind. I've got to get the shot. I've got to get the shot.
It's
you know?
now or never when it's actually not at all. So
No,
it's 16 apiece. 2 more to Silverstream's Robin Tuckett has levelled this one up again. Brilliant finish
That's
for
great.
the women's singles final.
Yeah,
Wendy,
it's
Wendy,
a great final.
You've been in pretty good nick. I know we want to actually focus on the final itself, but what, recently back from the national into centre finals?
We did. We
A
got
good
third.
visit for Nine.
Yes, it was. You know, we're pretty pleased with ourselves. It was pretty close in the semi-final, but just didn't quite get there. But we find third's pretty good.
And the epicentre of bowls, what Stokes Valley and the men's did right
Yes,
at the same time.
They did. Yeah. So Wellington did. Very proud of the girls. And we also had a big disappointment as such in the intercentre because, you know, we were sitting on, again we got a third, sitting on the semi-final and just one ball tipped ours out. So, pretty good season.
So we have a shorter end, which has been something Robin Tuckett has gone to often in this final, and often with great success. She's come up short, yeah, but that line is right on that
Right,
centre line.
yeah,
Just
great
what you
line.
want.
Again, I don't know, that could be half a metre out. It's hard to gauge it.
Well, Rayner wants to get around it. G2 is going to come up short.
It's just a weight really, you know, because if she had a bit of weight it would have actually come on around.
So she'll be
And
thinking to herself, that's the line.
Yeah, I think she'll be pushing into the wind a little, just a little. Seems to have calmed down a little now.
All tied up.
It is all tied up.
16 apiece.
Both look nice and relaxed and very focused.
I think it's a tight one in the men's final too. Looking forward to bringing you details of that.
Good one here from Dale.
That is tucking behind. Probably
Looks like the shot.
the shot.
Yes. Yes.
One down. That's the answer to the question Robin Tuckett has posed. Am I down? Robin, you are. She'll to drop low. Quite unique style of hers.
She's not tracking too badly actually.
Can it apply the brakes?
Oh.
Not quite.
Yeah, that's pretty good effort.
So she has one remaining. 2 for Johnsonville's Dale Rayner. Similar line to Tuckett's.
This looks like a...
She's got the pace.
Yes.
Bang on.
And she's sitting on her own, so she must be holding 2 there, I'd say. She come down and have a look, which is a good choice in this instance, because she just needs to know, you know, if she hit up on her own, if it's not far away or whatever.
You can't always trust your eyes from that end.
No,
Yep.
not at all.
In the men's final, just checking the live scoring system, the local boy, Mr. Bird, who was out 7-0. Now that one's really tightened up.
Yep, 2 very good bowlers out there, both in the Wellington representative side.
Peering into the scorecard, it's obscured at the far end by How Dare He, one of the bowlers.
Yes, but they're just so wrapped in the game they forget.
Let's worry about this final, which is
It's turning out
even
to be
tighter.
Yeah, well, it's turning out to be a great final, isn't it, really?
The 16th end, and it's 16 all. Sort of a nod and a wink there almost from Tuckett, trying to encourage the bowl into a good position.
I don't think she might just run on over. It was just a wait, really.
So, we think at least 2 at the moment.
Yeah, it's hard to say, but it certainly looks like she's got 2.
This would be huge.
Big,
This is a big moment in this final, as it now starts to turn in, arrowing in towards the jack, and it's gonna just need along sides.
yeah, hard to say actually.
2,
If she picked up 2 or 3, it'd be quite big. No,
just 1, maybe 2 more rotations, and it's
she's having a look.
definitely 3. You can lock in a lead to Johnsonville. Question is how much. It's going to be 2. So,
Yeah,
18 plays 16.
Yeah,
Rayner leading Tuckett.
yeah. And now, of course, Dale's in the where she can go out on this end. Prior to that, none of them could. But yeah, she's within 3.
And you're conscious of that as a player, aren't you? Once you get in
Well,
within that threshold of
It's just a little psychological thing. Yeah.
So Rayner goes more conventional, longer in than her opponent.
So they probably just have to put a little bit more on. They might be playing into a bit of wind. Still have to take a big green though.
The 17th end, just 2 in it in the women's singles final. And how's that?
Just
How's
over.
that for a marker?
Great bowl.
Speaking of markers, mark that ball up, please, Anton.
And that's actually quite a hard bowl to bowl against, one sitting on the jack. Very good bowl.
I know she's smiling, but she's probably cursing under her breath.
I think, she'll just get on with it.
Yeah.
Do her thing. Yeah. She'll just want to try and draw that off.
But too
Just-
much pace to
Yeah.
threaten. Will
I
it
think she
stay in?
I think she was trying to draw it off, but she just needed to be perhaps a little narrower.
It's just stayed in. As we look, see the bowl progressing from the hand of Rayner.
Looking very good.
The first one was excellent.
Exactly.
Good territory though.
Yep. And then Dale might be conscious of the back bowl and put one in behind. We'll wait and see.
Response needed from Robin Tuckett. Down by 2.
She's grimacing a little. Yeah, well. Yeah, I think this just one now. Hard to say.
Oh, the front runner on the screen. Wider, going for.
Yeah, I think it'll come back.
Back and behind. Provide a little bit of
It's
protection.
a very good bowl,
It is.
actually. Yeah,
Much prefer to have something out the back.
yeah. Looks like Robin's. Is she going to have a bit of an upshot? Yes.
And it's going to slide harmlessly away.
Yeah, I think she's taken her other bowl as well.
Ouch. So,
Yeah, she's
could all come to an end, the final, in the next few seconds. To the side of the finish line, Dale Rayner. She's going to repeat the dose, just drop one out the back.
just played this very nicely.
That's quality.
Yeah.
That
Very
is
good.
sensational
It's a
stuff.
lovely bowl.
Isn't it just? It's a fizzing good shot with the lime
So-
fizz bowls.
She's just asking the question, my 3 down.
So here we go. Robin Tuckett.
Two and a measure.
2 and a measure.
So a big pressure bowl here.
She going for the drive. She's going to bust the dam.
She's pretty good at those shots, actually. So she'll probably. I don't know.
No.
She's going to try and keep the game alive.
It's on its way. Pointing pretty
She's played
nicely.
She's played this very well.
Hasn't got enough.
She's got enough to keep herself in the game
Well,
for
that's
another end.
A very good
It was
response,
a good bowl.
considering the context of this match and the stage of this match.
Actually, they're even measuring to see which one's got the shot. Yeah. So those bowls are a little bit further back than they look, maybe.
Well.
Yes, it was a.
Looked like we were staring at 3 and possibly the final being settled.
It's a great pressure bowl.
That is magnificent response from Robin Tuckett. Has she actually snatched another point for herself? You don't want to sneeze here and knock a bowl, do you?
No, you certainly don't. Because they're all flat, it's not so bad.
Yeah.
They would chop them, of course, if
Yeah.
they're upright.
It's obviously very, very close.
Yeah.
So 1.
So Robin drew it. Amazing bowl. Well done.
Incredible stuff. Bravo. Take a bow.
She looking, thank goodness for that. But you know, she played it. She backed herself.
She did what she was intending to do, and she's just
Yeah.
delivered.
So now she's in the position with her 17 that she could
So-
go out.
So just 1 to Johnsonville's Rayner when it was looking like could win the whole thing. And Robin Tuckett will be delighted with that, but
She certainly will.
finish line is still there for Dale Rayner. All of experience, all of her international experience.
Yes.
You know the situation. She's going to be calm. The heart's not going to be racing like others,
Yeah.
as exemplified by.
Yeah, I'd say
Decent,
it's a half
good
a
line.
metre out. I think Robin will be pretty calm. She's also calm. She's used to playing in some big games, but not at national level, maybe.
She gets inside.
Yes, played this one pretty well.
Closing in on, but it will just finish under the jack, but...
Yeah, nice bowl. But they'll be thinking, you know, if I come and undermine and sit on the jack, that's what she'll be thinking. Just a little bit more weight for that one.
So Tuckett, the black bowls, lime yellow bowls for Johnsonville-Dale Rayner. Looking to mirror what she delivered last time. This one's probably going to side well under, and with a bit of pace. I just dislodge the position of Rayner's bowl and does so. Plenty of space to
she's just looking, as I said, to come under her own or roll off it. She's looking not too badly. Just wait again, really. She's getting closer.
Well, she's halved the distance.
Yes.
So but like her opponent, there is a wide open gate for Robin Tuckett if she can show some quality draw bowls. Now we'll swing back. Will it get a helping hand? No. Anything that's helped her opponent. Down one. The Anton's nodded off.
No, he certainly has.
Yeah. So one down. So
Mark needs to concentrate.
Well, he's done brilliantly well for 17 ends, Anton.
He has indeed.
Yeah.
He's another experienced bowler.
Yeah. Couldn't take his eyes off the action. And I don't blame him. Our eyes are transfixed on the screen, but there's plenty of action going on right across our viewpoint.
Yes.
Immediately to the right as we're looking at it on the screen.
1 to 5 bowlers with Cherie and Sharon, both up and coming bowlers at rep level.
So after taking the long stroll down to have a look, it's final each. It's the 18th end of the women's singles final. Great to have your company. Wellington proud to bring you Champion of Champions final weekend from, and I've got to say this because I've got a 9-0 bowling club representative next to me, the magnificent bowling club.
Exactly. She's not looking too bad here. She might roll herself through.
Oh, and just
actually
inches
it was a good
away
shot to
of
play.
stopping the promotion of her own bowl with her other one. So hands on hips, I understand.
So Robin's got an opportunity here to come in for a 2.
Bring it back to just 1. It's on its way.
No. Oh, yes, she might have.
There was a bit of action there, but
it's hard to say. She could. Those 2.
Chalk up 1, possibly 2.
Yeah.
2. I think 2 was...
Let's put them down. Yeah, I think he did have 2 because he just squeezed them together. Is that... Robbie's sitting on 20.
Yeah, just seeing the live scoring charts of the men's final, which is going on at the same time in the rink. Really sort of interesting game because Robbie Bird was up 7-0. And Aaron Love rattled off, I think, 8 straight to get himself in front. But
looks like
the hometown boy.
He has, Robbie Bird, another Wellington representative, very steady bowler.
Just closed it out, sort of a couple of big ends on the 12th and the 15th where he picked up 3 shots. Love, well, at that stage, was down by 7, then down by 8 after the 16th. He picked up a big 3 to get it back within 5, but it was Bird.
Yeah.
With 3 straight ends of 1 shot. Got himself to that magic number, so congratulations.
Yeah, well
So
done.
Nine Eyes Birdie's won the men's title, 21-14 over Island Bay's Aaron Love.
He has.
So I'm just checking the measure if it's 23.
Yeah.
With the mat
Because
forward
Robin's
and-
been throwing short ends, so she wants to keep doing that because she's in that comfort zone. It's just up.
Oh, and she snuck it in. Almost perfectly. So just
To just have to, you know, pull back on your weight because as you can see, it's not far up. 23 metres is the
bare minimum.
yep.
Tense stuff in the final of the women's singles. Just one in it. Both can win at this end. 21 is what we are searching for.
Just
Tucker will be frustrated with that. This is
yeah. Well, this is probably their
who's
shortest
been
end.
a bread and
But-
butter and
But really, her
Otherwise-
line's perfect. So she's only got one thing to adjust, and that's just her weight. Dale's playing well on that side, so she's sticking with it.
certainly a shot, but
That's the
she
shot.
won't be happy. You can see that with the sort of tilted head on the
Yes.
mat. She's,
Yes.
I need to be better, is what she's thinking. This is much more like it.
Yes, she's adjusted. She only had to adjust her weight. Her line was perfect.
You made
She's
it
done
sound so easy.
well.
She just needs to adjust her
I
weight,
know.
and she did.
It is much easier
Yep.
sitting here.
Just put the ball there.
Certainly
Just put
not.
the ball there. Right there.
Certainly not easy out there, I'm sure.
And switching of sides here for Dale Rayner. She's going to be too narrow though. It's going to go under.
I think
Away.
potentially she's wanting just to sit on the bowl.
Want to draw another one close to that jack.
She certainly does.
Tuckett.
She's looking at it quizzically.
She's looking. She is.
Oh, she's done a good job.
She has. So
So yeah,
that would be 2.
Dale will just be wanting to draw up and maybe sit on one of those bowls.
Enthusiastic step forward,
Yeah, she's not looking too badly actually.
pointing where you want it, right at the kitty.
Very nice.
How
bowl.
is that?
It's a great bowl. And she's also pushed it towards her own. Lovely bowl.
It's a challenge here now. Tuckett, what do? You probably
Yeah.
switch other side.
Yep.
'Cause you don't want to come in right and behind
She'll
that
wanna-
bowl on.
Yep.
You can promote it towards the 2 because then you lose the whole thing.
She will. She'll be playing a little bit narrow. Or trying to.
Nervous look for sure. Is he coming in? Oh, she's going to collect her own.
Yeah, she's
Punch
going
it
to push
away.
herself out. Dale perhaps will come the same way and try and push her bowl over towards her own again.
Will we be crowning a champion after this? Dale Rayner releases.
I think she's
Maybe
gonna.
gonna look to attack those, but just passing by,
Gee, I'm not sure.
avoiding the nose to tail.
Yes,
But it was
I mean, it depends how far her
millimetres.
bowls are back. This one in line could It's hard to say. Looks like they're the two.
So just one means one more needed.
Yes.
Now Rayner to win.
The dreaded 20. Won't worry her, I'm sure.
No. Rayner 20, Tuckett 18, Johnsonville 20, Silverstream 18. Match, we've had a number of lead changes. Biggest lead at one stage was for Tuckett, who was up 11-5 through 9. Then it was a big swing back towards Rayner. There's not been much
They'll
between
be
them
hoping
throughout.
she'll get her first bowl near the jack. It's not looking too bad. Anything over the head's good.
Yeah, nice late break.
Yep.
Nestled in behind. You'll take that first up.
Exactly, and her line's lovely.
So Rayner started well. Tuckett's response. Narrow.
Her weight's pretty good, it's just that green.
Rayner one away. Won the champion of champion junior singles back in 2006. Has won the fours. I'm sure she's well aware that don't see the singles, the champions of champions. She'll hoping to add that to a rather large collection of winning over the years.
Yeah, she's had a stellar career, and it's got a great future still.
That last bowl, certainly not her best. Tuckett drops down, releases. A pensive look.
Yeah,
It's a pretty good line.
well, it just depends.
Nice.
I think she's there. She's all right.
She is just inside. Nice response.
Yeah. Oh, it's tramping well.
Just slide under.
It all depends on that green again. Just the weight's wonderful. Just needs to come out. As again, it's very easy sitting here.
Mind at home or anywhere you may be watching this. Pretty compelling final to say the least.
Yeah.
One is all Rayner needs. We're watching Tuckett, who has the advantage. One on this end. Probably not going to double that, although, well, how about we wait to the end?
Yes, it's
Before
it's hard to say.
There's plenty of space there.
Yeah.
Johnsonville teammates watching on.
They will certainly want one in amongst those two blues.
Oh, she's charging, stalking it.
She's got a bit of green.
She like it. Good line. Just a fraction soft. Didn't get up.
So, not sure who's got second shot there. Certainly looks like Robin's got the back shot.
So seeing the lay of the land here, what's the best angle?
Well, she's certainly, it's a catch-22. She doesn't want to knock into that one. She doesn't want to come with the jack.
She doesn't want to hit the bowl sitting at 1, 2 o'clock.
Yeah. So it looks like she's actually got room to get around that. But I don't know how strong that wind is or how unpredictable.
Well, she's delivered a couple of beauties
She
to
certainly
end.
has. Well, last end she. Yeah, she's just changed. She wants to avoid hitting that other one in.
It's away. Slight change now. Going to the other side. It's away. Looks wide to me.
She's certainly gone wide.
Yeah, that looks like the dreaded Wellington wind may have had a part to play. Finishes harmlessly out to the left.
I wonder if Dale's got second and third shot. She might look for that back bowl.
We're counting up here.
Yeah.
So
I think she thinks she's got it.
2. We're locked up. So we won it by
It's
what,
quite deceiving,
at
isn't it?
9:30. We'll call it 9:30.
Yes.
That's the second shot.
Oh, this will definitely be the last end.
How good. 20 ends
Great.
in,
It's great, isn't it?
and it's 20 apiece. Grandstand finish.
Certainly is.
Happier you're in here, not out there
I
playing.
think so.
The heart would be going.
Yeah. You just
How can it not?
just do your best.
All comes down to one end.
Yes. And Robin's thrown a little bit longer this time, so she can't have liked being quite so short
Last time.
last time.
The Mets. And so here we have it. The final of the women's singles will be decided right here on this end. It is 20 apiece through 20 ends. It is Silverstream's Robin Tuckett
She's
is away.
Again, she's got a great line, so it's just that adjustment.
Certainly not the worst settler.
Somebody must be moving around. She just waits.
Dale Rayner, her first effort.
Yeah,
Different approach, different side. It's
it's looking pretty handy.
It's looking very neat. We'll come up short, slide under.
Oh, she is too. So her line's perfect. I don't know. I wouldn't like to pick that one.
Well, I'm not going to. I'm
It's deceiving.
utterly going to sit on a picket fence throughout this. So 6 to come, 3 each. Tuckett.
She's not looking too badly here. It's all down to the weight.
Anna will apply the brakes. How about that?
Very nice.
Range bang on. Just a fraction askew as far as line, but that's being hypercritical. Dale Rayner responds.
This isn't looking too badly down either. Or she might
Quite
just
heavy.
go over.
She'll go over.
Yeah.
I think you detected that with a couple of paces forward straight after the
Yes.
hood was released. The smiling assassin.
Yes. She'll certainly be happy that she's got a back bowl in there.
She might have two now.
Yes.
That's got some juice on it. That's going to drop into the ditch.
It did. She was just trying to get him behind.
Rayner switches sides. He doesn't look particularly happy. There's a rare sign of emotion as she waves the towel,
That's
trying to wave it in.
it is.
It's just not turning. It's just not turning.
It's not the swing side as such. Robin will just want to come in.
It's a last bowl for Robin Tuckett. It's the one she's going to remember forever. Well, probably. It's whether it's positive or negative, maybe.
Exactly.
On the way.
It's looking handy again.
Pointing nicely. Pointing very nicely. She's trotting after it. She loves it. And why not?
Very nice.
How about that?
Dale might go for the kill.
Oh, yeah. Robin. Well played.
Or
Brilliant stuff. Oh, she's risen to the occasion. There's Robin Tuckett.
I think Dale will play a weighted shot here. She's got the back bowl. Any jack movement would be to her advantage.
So what are you doing?
I think she'll look at it. It is yeah, but I mean, it's pretty hard to just draw it cold. Little, we'll see.
So,
Yeah.
it's in the hand.
Oh, she looks
We will
nice.
crown a winner after this, will we? We've got heat on that. Narrow the line. Here it comes. Tracking too far to the left. It
Oh,
will
there you go.
slide on through,
Yeah.
which means Robin Tuckett
Yeah, well done, Robin.
is the champion of champions.
I'm sure she can't believe it, but it was a great pressure bowl she played. She's a little stunned.
She is a little stunned. For someone who plays with a smile on her face,
Yeah.
can't quite believe what has happened, but
But you know,
Oh.
she's a
shrug of the shoulders from
Yeah.
Dale Rayner. I think she's happy for a competitor. Really gripping final.
Yeah.
Just running over the cards. There it is, the shake of the hands.
yeah. No, Robin.
Two pressure bowls,
Yes.
including the shot bowl.
Yeah, and Robin.
The last one
and
of
Dale
the
played
match.
the right bowl. You know, she had to come up with a little bit on to try and take it back to her back ones. But you know, Robin was just steady.
And they will collect, wander back. One will wander. What did I do wrong? Well, not much wrong, Dale Rayner, to be fair.
No,
Robin
not at all.
Tuckett has just, dropped one in when
She
it was
has.
when it was needed in this seesawing final.
Yeah, and to be fair,
Number of lead changes.
yeah, she did. And to be fair, Robin did that a few times.
And they will be warmly greeted as they come on back to the clubhouse. Congratulations. Well done, Robin, is the call.
Yeah, well done, Robin.
She does look
Yeah.
like
And
it hasn't really sunk in
it
just
hasn't.
yet.
But you know, she's very capable of doing this.
Yeah.
She's a very tidy bowler.
Yeah.
You know.
Yeah, so congratulations to Robin Tuckett. I'm sure all the sponsors on our screen now will give me a nice round of applause. Really entertaining final. She has beaten a highly capable and successful bowler right, and Dale Rayner has won many a title, but the elusive singles title in the Champion of Champions remains that for Dale Rayner. She has been beaten by the narrowest of margins. Robin Tuckett from the Silver Stream Club, warmly embraced by her supporting crew. She's held her nerve at the end to win a really entertaining final by 21 to 20. Brilliant stuff. Really good final. I can see you're buzzing for her.
Well, yeah, no, she's a she plays Premier into club, and she has played through the reps. So this is nice for her. She really has been a stellar bowler for years and years and years.
Well, Wendy, thanks so much. Thanks for hosting us here at the glorious 9-0 Bowling Club. Do appreciate you joining us here in commentary.
Thank you.
Wendy Mackey, just one of the many experts providing analysis throughout these 2 days here. So let's recap. The women's final is in the book. It's all over. It was a brilliant contest. Just one in it. Silver Stream's Robin Tuckett has won by 21 to 20, beating Dale Rayner. The winning bowl, the last one, she delivered. It was a beaut to finish very close to the jack. So we've seen two good finals in the singles competition, as I mentioned earlier in the broadcast, in the men's final, in a game of sort of different contrast, with Robbie Bird from 9-0 rushing out to a 7-0 lead, I think it was, before Aaron Love, representing Island Bay, then rattled off 8 straight to make it 8-7. And then it was a good period for hometown boy Robbie Bird, who burst out to a 17-10 lead and then just chipped away. And Aaron Love, despite clawing a few back, just could not close within striking distance. So Robbie Bird winning the men's singles final by 21-14. So congratulations to Robbie Bird from 9A, the Angus Hotel men's singles final winner, champions for Bowls Wellington. While in the match we've seen in our second stream game today, it was Robin Tuckett of Silverstream taking the honours by 21-20 over Dale Rayner. It is 29 minutes away from 2 o'clock, so that means we will take a short break of about 28-29 minutes. We are going to be back right on 2 o'clock. Right on 2 o'clock, where we will have the men's fours semi-final. So that is starting now at a slightly earlier time, just due to the progression of the earlier matches. We will have the men's fours semi-final between Stokes Valley and Wainui Omata. We look forward to you rejoining us, where I'll be joined up by Barry Jordan and Jason Puddock throughout our final stream match. So we look forward to your company in 28 minutes time from 2 o'clock. The men's fours semi-final, Stokes Valley against Wainui Omata. But for the time being, we salute the champion of champions in the women's singles, Robin Tuckett, as each Dale Rayner by just one, 21-20.